So in today's video, I wanted to sit down and talk to you all about self-esteem and confidence, especially if you feel like you have low self-esteem. So I'll be giving you 6 tips or 6 practical ways in which you can build on or improve your self-esteem and confidence based on my personal experience and what I personally do to work on mine, because we are all learning and growing in this journey of life and no one is perfect. So yeah, I thought I would share these tips with you because they personally helped me. So I hope you'll find this video helpful, and let's get straight into it. So first things first, what is self-esteem? In simple terms, self-esteem is basically all about how much you love yourself or like yourself and the confidence you have in your own worth. So basically when you have low self-esteem, it would basically mean that you have some negative core beliefs, opinions, as well as judgments about yourself that may not always even be at a conscious level. So a good option is always to seek professional help or therapy just to explore all of those thoughts and feelings that you have about yourself that may or may not be conscious. So improving your self-esteem is important because it can affect so many different areas of our lives. So it can affect us mentally, emotionally, physically, and socially. And also, of course, because you are the person that you spend most of your time with, all of your time with. So it is important that you actually like yourself. Okay, so let's move on to some things that you can practice in order to start building your self-esteem. So tip number 1, or the first thing you can do when you are struggling with low self-esteem, is to think of 1 to 3 things that you like about yourself. So this does not include your achievements. That will be in the next step, but for this step, let's focus on a quality of yours that you like about yourself. For example, if you are generous, kind, loving, helpful, it can be anything that you like. Basically, try to practice this exercise once a day, and you can even keep a journal and basically write these down daily if you do enjoy journaling. The second tip is similar to the first one, but this time it will involve naming one thing you are proud of yourself for doing. So this can include anything from the past to present achievements, or even something really small such as not hitting the snooze button on your alarm clock when you're waking up in the morning. So these exercises can basically help by changing the perception or the view that you have about yourself, and then therefore increase self-esteem. Okay, the third tip is to be mindful of the language you are using when addressing yourself or what you are saying about yourself. So basically, try not to talk down on yourself or criticize yourself too much, and instead try and talk to yourself like you would talk to a good friend. For example, if you accidentally drop something, don't call yourself stupid or anything like that, because this is something that we can easily tend to do. But just think about it, you wouldn't be saying something like that to your friend if they dropped something. Well, at least I hope you don't. Yeah, so basically being mindful of not putting yourself down and also being kind to yourself can help with building your self-esteem. The fourth tip is to be around people who lift you up. So this means spending more time around those people who value you, who value your time, people that make you feel good, and people who make you feel empowered, and hopefully you do the same for them. This can be anyone from your friends, family, neighbors, work colleagues, just anyone that makes you feel good about yourself. This is something that can really help with improving your self-esteem and worth, just because being in an environment like that will make you feel good about yourself, as opposed to being around people who don't support you, those that bring you down, or even people that you can't really be yourself around, or any sort of negative or toxic environment. So I would definitely try and distance yourself from those environments while working on your self-esteem. The fifth tip or technique that you can use to build your self-esteem is involving another person. This could be anyone from your family member, your friend, your child, your grandparent, your parent, your partner, housemate, flatmate, whoever it is that you are close to. Basically ask them to name one thing they appreciate about you, and then you do the same for them. So this specific exercise, aside from building your self-esteem, it can also help improve the relationship with that person. So this needs to be a compliment or something positive about the other person. It doesn't have to be anything too big or major. It can be the smallest things or even some acts of service. For example, saying something like, I liked how you helped with the dishes today, or I like how you are mindful about not hurting other people's feelings. Just anything similar to that. So the last and final tip is to use affirmations, quotes, or promises. This just means saying some positive things you like about yourself out loud. For example, affirmations such as I'm worthy of love, I matter, I am loved, I am worthy, or any other words of your choice that basically helps you to feel better about yourself. So basically, when you hear yourself saying these things out loud, you can start to believe it, and this can in turn help with building your self-esteem. And finally, definitely stop comparing yourself to other people. You are a unique, beautiful individual with your own strengths and abilities. Right, so those are all the quick tips that I wanted to share with you. I hope you'll practice them, and I hope they will really help you with keeping your self-esteem high. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.